Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a full MLB slate to go over. So we're not going to waste too much time here. But before we get into today's game, slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. It sucked. Moving on.
That's about right. You're good.
No, yeah, it was another one of those days. This was like, I think I have to go back and look. This is like the worst day I've had in probably a month at least.
Oh yeah, it was not fun.
I went 3-8-1 in baseball, down 4.94 units. I started off with the Braves team total over. That was nice. They got 7 runs in the 4th inning. I'm like, all right, cool. We're on our way to the over as well. I need over 8.5. I need 2 more runs. They get one in the 7th. That's it. They couldn't score one off of Tucker Barnhart in the 9th. Going 36 miles an hour.
Oh, jeez.
And there was a strike call that was about 3 feet above the strike zone.
Oh, unbelievable.
So that over 8.5 was an absolute heartbreaker. Washington first 5 was a loser.
Real quick, who was the one that struck out for the Braves on that pitch that was really high?
No, they didn't strike out. It was just a strike call. I think all of them. I think all of them flew out because they're trying to hit 40-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Was it like the last out of the game, or
I don't remember? But
you know, the only fly out was Austin Riley. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. That last time I knew that was. Well, here's the thing: it was a blowout, and the umpire was in "I want to go home" mode. Yeah,
I'm sorry. What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. So the over didn't come through there. Washington first 5 was a loser, but they came all the way back and won the full game. Plus 155, nice little score there. But happy Patrick Corbin Day, guys. Natties get the win there. That's one of the only decent games for me. Kansas City, Philadelphia, first 5 under 5. We should just bet the Royals yesterday. The Red Hot Royals yesterday.
Should we go after them today?
We'll get into that. Houston Astros first 5 money line. Nice little winner. Mets first 5 money line. I thought David Peterson was going to go more than less than 60 pitches and more than 3 innings. And that pisses me off because the Orioles scored in the 4th when they took him out. I was pissed they took him out. But whatever. Because I like David Peterson. He looked good yesterday. Nothing bad about him yesterday. I know some people were commenting how they thought David Peterson could hit. He looked fine. The over 10 pushed. That's why you lay a little bit of juice sometimes. It pushed the over 10 between Toronto and Boston.
Yeah, I know.
Marlins first 5, Marlins full game were both losers. The first 5 was more frustrating, I think, than the full game because they had not 1 but 2 leads, the Marlins, in the first two innings. They scored at the top of the first, they scored at the top of the second. In the bottom half of the inning, they gave up the lead both times. And then probably the donkey call of the day, the one game that made me look like a complete ass, doubling up on the Cardinal run lines, first 5 in full game run lines, and Waino gives up 4 in the first, 3 in the first, and then a couple more. Yeah, that was frustrating there. So not a good day there. CFL was incredibly frustrating because. And I don't like pointing to one specific reason why I didn't cash a bet. Chad Kelly got hurt in the first quarter of that game. And that's why Toronto put up 7 points because their backup is terrible. And Chad Kelly is arguably the best quarterback in the CFL right now. And once he went down, I knew I was screwed. First half over 25.5 was a loser. Full game over 51 was a loser. The Argos -8 was a loser. The Argos team total over was a loser. First game, they did not score at least 31 points. First game, they did not win. First game, they did not cover. So frustrating. They're 0-4, down 2.67 units in the CFL yesterday. WNBA went 1-2. I was really lucky to get LA Washington under 157.5. And that Lynx game turned into a brick fest in the second half. I had the Lynx team total over 79, the full game over 168.5. Both those were losers. Overall, I had a spectacular 4-14-1, down 8.23 units a day, which now sets me into the red for August. Gives me a little hole to climb out of here. 26, 35-2, down 7.32 units. So August is now negative, but we're only 4 days in.
Yeah. Damn. Vitality just lost map 1. Unbelievable. Anyways, yesterday was not good on the site. We went a solid 3-7. Indiana got blown out. Washington missed covering by 2 points. Houston run line hit, which was nice. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to lay minus 130 on a push. Instead, I got a loss on the over because they scored 10 runs in that Blue Jays game. The over in that Wings game was probably the easiest play that I had. I had the plus 11.5 with Minnesota, which was nice. I also had the over, which was not. Miami, our Instagram play of the day, was a loser. And then a double loser in the CFL. 3-7, down 4.49 units, which makes us now down 4.6 for the month of August. Small hole to dig out of, but hopefully we can get it done. And I will say I looked at today's WNBA game, Seattle versus Phoenix. I'm going to stay away from it.
Fair. Well, we'll head to the chat here, and then we'll get into some baseball.
Let's do it. Fam, what's up? Nick, the Phillies cashed on his home run.
What?
The Philly player cashed on his home run?
Who?
I have not a clue. How about them O's again today? Yes, O's again today. I alt the total of Boston to 11. Ends at 10. Like, really? But I'm coming back on it over again. I can see the over again today. Let's bounce back. Let's do it, Jose. Let's jump right into this game, and I have a play that I like off the rip.
Yeah, let's get into it. I've only made a move on one game so far, which we don't get into until the fourth to last game. I did a free pick video on that one so far, but other than that, I have moved on nothing. So I'm only on one play. Let's get into it. Oh boy, we get that guy starting in the game later. Can understand why the Reds are minus 230.
Have it.
Joe Nadon is going to be on the other side there.
Oh,
yeah. I was just looking at that.
Give up a dong.
Yeah. There we go. There we got. Let me get up the line history. There we go. Now I got the right game here. We have the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. Line opened up at a 135. It's up to a 139 for the Astros. So it's moved up 4 cents. Line opened up at an 8.5 at even money. It's up to an 8.5 minus 104, suggesting which is a slight line movement towards the over, suggesting maybe Cortez is a little vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the market here, where we have 31% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Yankees, and the lines move towards the Astros. We have 42% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over, suggesting maybe the over is the play in this one. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal. Flip this over to the fifth. There we go. Yankee Stadium minus 5% runs today, plus 7% home runs, but minus 13% doubles, triples, minus 4% singles. Take a look at the pitching matchup here. This will be Cortez's first game back in a while, I believe. Let's take a look here what Cortez has done recently. His first start since May 30th, where he gave up 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts against the Mariners. Since then, he has not pitched, so I have no stats for him at the moment. And then on the flip side, we get Justin Verlander making his return to the Houston Astros. 2.08 ERA, 1.05 whip, 7.71 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 4.45 walks per nine, a 200 BABIP, but 3.47 FIP, and a 5.20 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Yankees here, 3.83 FIP, 3.65 SIERA, compared to 6.14 and 4.66. Hitting advantage goes towards the Astros as well, 125 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 80, which is 26. And looking at this spot for me, I think this one, I'm going to go back to where I went yesterday. I'm looking towards the Astros early in this spot. If there's one thing we know, I believe, and I can look this number up.
I got all the numbers for Verlander versus the Yankees.
All right. I was going to say I can look up Verlander versus Yankee stats.
I got them all lined up, so whenever I'll do them for you. I got it.
There you go. But I'm going to be looking at the Astros first 5. I'm probably not going to lay the half a run. I'm just going to take the money line at 145 here with the Astros. But I'm looking at the Astros early, minus 145 first 5.
So Verlander this year has already faced the Yankees twice. He's gone 12 innings, allowing 1 earned run on 5 hits total in those 2 starts. He has had a win or a no decision in every single start against the Yankees since 2016. The last time he did not get a win against the Yankees was on June 19th, 2015, where he gave up 6 earned runs on 10 hits, and he got smacked around. Ever since then, 1 win with the Tigers. He's 3 wins, 2 no decisions when he on the Astros, and 1 win, 1 no decision with the Mets. So he has been nothing but solid against the Yankees, including a 10-7 record with a 3.24 ERA, 150 strikeouts, and 25 appearances against the Yankees. Verlander dominates Yankees. Give me the Astros on the run line.
I like it. The only thing that worries me is the Astros bullpen, which has not been particularly great, and the Yankees actually have a very strong bullpen. But I
could even go towards an under them too.
Actually, I was leaning towards over because
I don't see the Yankees scoring, but
then maybe I would look more towards an Astros team total over then, because the way I see this game, the line's moved up, even though all the money's coming in on the under. I do think Verlander can give up a couple runs here, and I think the Astros can put up 5, 6, 7 themselves, because I'm not really high on Cortez right now, especially coming back from not pitching for a while. All right. Back to the chat, Tim.
I was putting the play up on the site real quick.
Let me get back to StreamYard. Houston, Tampa, Atlanta, 3-leg or 2 square. I was kind of looking towards the Cubbies today. I was kind of leaning towards the Cubbies. We'll get into that. That one. Listen, I'm in the Bronx today. It's windy today. Good pick the over. Today, good pick the over. There you go. I was going to take the Yankees, but taking a pass on this one. Yeah. Would you lean under? No, I lean over. Pass. We'll move into the next day game here, where we have the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Detroit Tigers in this one here. The Rays minus 145 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Tampa and Detroit. This line opened up at a minus 135. It's up to a minus 140 for the Rays. So a 5-cent line movement towards Tampa. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 110. It's down to an 8, minus 110. So it's moved down half a run. It's moved 5 cents towards the Rays. We have 80% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on Tampa in this game. We have 46% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's moved down, suggesting maybe the books are not scared of the over money, giving people trying to bet the over a better price on that over. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal in this one here. Comerica Park minus 3% runs, minus 22% home runs, plus 9% double triples, plus 3% singles. We have Aaron Savali making his debut with the Tampa Bay Rays against Tariq Skubal. And let me switch one thing. On my spreadsheet, it still has Aaron Savali as a Guardian. There we go. Well, let's switch over. There we go. We have Savali has been strong. 1.44 ERA, 0.83 whip, 6.61 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 1.72 walks per nine, a 221 BABIP, a 2.8 FIP, and a 4.43 Sierra. On the flip side, Tariq Skubal's been strong too. 4.57 ERA, but a 0.97 whip, 11.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 1.25 walks per nine, a 340 BABIP, but a 1.34 FIP and a 2.70 Sierra. Open advantage going towards Tampa here, 3.9 FIP, 3.26 Sierra compared to 4.88 FIP and a 4.25 Sierra. Hitting advantage goes to Detroit, 79 WRC plus, which is 28th versus righties. Tampa has really struggled against lefties, though 72 WRC plus, which is 27th. I like a little bit of under in this game. I think that this is a good under spot in this one. All the money's coming in, or a lot of money coming in on the over, and the books are making that over more appealing to bet. So I'm going to grab a little bit of first five under 4.5 here with Savali and Skubal at minus 125.
Yeah, I like the Rays in this one. Just like whenever a pitcher leaves the Rays, you want to fade them. How about when a pitcher goes to the Rays? Obviously, the Tampa Bay sees something in Savali that they wanted him. Yeah, which just means he's going to be even better in Tampa. I really like the spot here. I know pitchers making their first start after they got traded over hasn't always looked good. Besides what Jack Flaherty and Lorenzen had a good starts. Other than that, we really haven't seen many good starts from pitchers making their first start. I don't care. I like Aaron Savali in this game. Yesterday I looked at the game. I almost bet the Tigers, thinking, "Hey, this line looks weird." No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
And the Tigers have proven that they just suck. Tampa Bay run line plus 115 is where I want to go in this one. I'm going to run it with that.
There we go. So you said you're on Tampa?
I'm on Tampa run line.
What's your thoughts on the under?
It's okay. I mean, I'm not going crazy with it. If you want to put it up, you can, but I'm gonna stick to Tampa.
That's fine. I mean, I don't really want to put up an under because I don't like full game unders, and unfortunately, we don't get the ability to put up first 500s on the site.
I got you.
Back to the chat.
Yeah. Where did you leave off?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention because I was uploading stuff on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep.
First five alternate Rays, yes. Braves over, Rockies over.
We will get to those.
Sure. Do you like those two overs, Nick and Tim? I didn't know what the total was for the Braves game until this morning, so I don't really have an opinion on that one. I kind of lean Cubbies, but we'll talk over that one. And then the other one, the Rockies, which is Steven Matz and Ty Block.
I kind of lean Cardinals, but they're too expensive, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Plus, Steven Matz has actually been pretty good. I'm surprised Matz is still on the Cardinals. Actually, I think his contract, he's got a little bit of a longer contract with the Cardinals, so I understand why. But no. We're not playing either one of those totals, so we hope you win. My 3-game parlay is Chicago, Arizona, Philadelphia. Let's make it 4 in a row. Which Chicago team? I'm going to probably guess it's Cubbies, but I don't know. Arizona, like the D-backs today. Nelson versus Kenta Maeda. I don't hate it. And Philly. Philly's a big favorite, so good luck. Chicago White Sox. Oh, you like the White Sox today? Okay. I'm not really too interested in that game. So it's Noah Syndergaard on the opposite side. Rays, Astros, Orioles, all run line. Yes, yes, and yes. I love it. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Come on, grab the run line, Nathan. Let's make some plus money here. Let's all do this together. Plus money. Come on. We're not grabbing these minus 145s, minus 150s. Let's go.
I did grab a minus 145 this morning. So
Nick, shut up. I'm late. Rays. Yes, Rays. The Clown by knockout. No, thank you. Hasn't Matz thrown 2 no-hitters in a row or something like that? No.
No. He's been good.
He's been good. So did this game.
Yeah. We had the Braves and the Cubbies in this one here. The Braves minus 160 favorites, total of 9.5 in this spot. Let's get into the line history in this one here between Javier Assad and Bryce Edler. This line opened up at a 147. It's up to a 148. It did get up to, and line opened up at a 10.5. It's down to a 9.5. So it's moved down a full run, which is kind of surprising with the way these two teams are hitting. So a move towards the Braves and a move towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look as we have 95% of the tickets and 65% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the under. Line has moved towards the under, but it's moved down a full run. And you know my thought process when a total moves down a full run, especially when all the money is on the under, I kind of want to go over. And we have 53% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the Cubbies, and the lines move towards the Braves. So once again, this Cubbies team's looking a little bit like a public dog. I was kind of leaning towards the Cubbies here because I like Javier Assad. I don't know how much he's going to be pitching today, but his numbers have been pretty decent. Let's take a look here at what he's been doing. He's been pitching. Okay, at the longest he's gone is 4 innings. In the last couple months, where he went 4 innings against St. Louis. But he's not going to go very far into the game, so take his numbers with maybe a grain of salt. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for this one here, see what type of hitting conditions we have in the ATL today. In Wrigley Field today. Minus 8% runs, minus 16% home runs, minus 4% doubles, triples, plus 2% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Javier Assad, he's only going to be going 3 innings, but he's been strong. 0.55 ERA, 0.80 whip, 8.27 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 3.86 walks per 9, a 139 BABIP, a 352 FIP, and a 3.60 SIERA, compared to Bryce Edler, who I'm not very high on. 5.96 ERA, 1.44 whip, 3.51 strikeouts per 9, which is 9%, 3.16 walks per 9, a 267 BABIP, a 5.57 FIP, and a 5.88 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Braves, 4 FIP, 3.59 SIERA compared to 4.05 and 4.11. Hitting advantage is towards the Cubbies in this one. They're number 1 against righties the last 30 days, 147 WRC plus. On the flip side, the Braves are third, which is 128 WRC plus. So both these teams are really hitting. I'm kind of liking the over in this spot here. This would be a game where if I had this line available to me, I would take the Cubs first 3, and focus strictly on Javier Assad doing good in the first 3 innings and take that money line. But I kind of lean towards the over in this game at 9.5. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and bet it, but it would be a lean towards the over and a lean probably a little bit towards the Braves in this one if I had to bet a full game in this one. It's just there's too many tickets and too much money on the Cubbies for this line to still be moving towards the Braves. So this is a pass for me though.
Yeah, I almost made a double up on this game. Instead, we'll see what we do. I like the Cubbies, and I like the over. I think the over is probably going to be the best option for this one. Over 9.5 and minus 107. I could see. Well, you look at the Braves; they just hit. And speaking of teams that never lose games, that's the freaking Atlanta Braves. So I'm not really sure if I want to fade them right now. They've won 3 in a row, 6 out of 7. Starting to get back on that, and they're the first team to 70 wins this year, which is absolutely freaking gross. Although the Cubbies are hot too, and they've won 7 out of 10, but now they have to go up against they're going up against a really good team, and it's hard for me to try to fade the Braves right now. I do like the over in this one. I think there's a bunch of runs scored on both sides. So I'll take the over in this Braves game. Elder and Assad both get hit a little bit.
Yeah, I would lean over. The line's moved down a full run with a lot of money on that under. So I understand why the line's moved down, but it makes me interested in that in the over. But it's a stay off for me. RVD 20 guys, good morning. Them Braves, yeah, frustrating. Told y'all, Rays were going to smack around Olsen. Yeah, I mean, I like the the Rays a little bit yesterday.
I never bet them yesterday.
Yeah, I just never got around to betting the Rays, unfortunately. I trust Bryler. He is an elder. Okay. Team total over is what I'm looking at. You can probably get the Cubbies team total over at a decent price, especially after getting shut out yesterday. I can see it. We'll move on, though. We have the Miami Marlins and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are minus 180 favorites with a total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one between Soriano and Gray. This line opened up at a minus 185. It's actually down to a minus 166, a 19-cent line movement here towards the Miami Marlins in this game. Line opened up at a 9 and it stayed at 8.9 in this one here. Well, let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 60% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the Marlins, and a big line movement towards the Marlins. 71% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the over, and the line has not moved an inch. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one here for this game. If I can find it. There we go. Globe Life Field, roof is closed, minus 7% as usual. Need to type in the picture here for Miami. It is Soriano.
George Soriano, which is a bullpen game, so don't worry about it.
All right, cool. And on the flip side, we have John Gray, who's really not looked good recently. 5.48 ERA, 1.83 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 4.22 walks per 9, a 386 BABIP, a 4.40 FIP, and a 5.04 SIERA. He's not been very good. Bullpen advantage goes towards Miami, 3.78 FIP, 3.81 SIERA, compared to 5.46 FIP and a 4.06 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rangers, 127 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to 85, which is 22nd. I think this is another stay-off spot. I don't know what to expect from the Marlins bullpen. It would be a lean towards Miami. The markets are telling me Miami is a decent look, but I don't think I'm going to be pulling the trigger on Miami here. It's just a lean at the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with a bullpen game. Although, I look at it and plus 150 for the Marlins seems very appetizing, but this Texas Rangers team is just they've been
another one that just won't lose.
Oh no, they're 5-5 in their last 10, so they have been losing games. Although it may look like it because they've won 4 straight, but previous to that they lost 5 out of 6 to Houston and San Diego. But they've won 4 straight games. They're on a little bit of a winning streak. I don't really want to back them right now, especially with how John Gray has looked. But this one's a stay away. There'll be better spots on the slate for me, including one to go after something in the next game. Even let's see what the line is on it, and I might have.
It's a monster line. That's the only problem for the next game.
Well, we'll head to the next game. We'll head to the chat and then back to the next game.
Morning, guys. Asher's first 5 over cashed for me yesterday, and I bet the Cardinals yesterday, and I will never bet them again ever this year. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Morning, KK. Morning. There we go. All right. We have the Washington Nationals at the Cincinnati Reds in this one here. Reds are minus 225 favorites. Have fun line minus 225 with the Cincinnati Reds.
Their run line is minus 120, so I don't want anything.
Have fun with that. We saw how good their bullpen was yesterday. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Line opened up at a minus 225. It is up to a minus 230. Line opened up at a 10.5 minus 117. It's actually gone down. 10.5 minus 103. 14-cent line movement towards the under. 5-cent line movement towards the Reds, suggesting that Corey Abbott's going to pitch well, which sounds pretty fair. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. We have 92% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on the Cincinnati Reds. We have 57% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the under in this game. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one. For this one, we have the top hitting conditions on the slate today with Great American Ballpark plus 22% runs, plus 29% home runs, plus 12% doubles, triples, plus 6% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. As originally it was supposed to be Trevor Williams. Let me switch that out for Jonah Don, which I don't think has pitched this year, so I don't really think it's really needed for me to switch it, but we're going to do that anyway.
Has Jonah Don pitched this year? I haven't seen his name.
He has. He's pitched in the last 30 days.
Oh, sorry. He hasn't started.
He hasn't started. But
He's
he has
pitched all of 5 innings this year.
Yep, and all of them were within the last 30 days. He gave up no earned runs on no hits in 2 innings against St. Louis. He gave up 3 earned runs in 3 innings against Texas. So he struggled against Texas. He was good against St. Louis. Let's take a look at the other side with Andrew Abbott. 3.90 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 9.43 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 2.93 walks per 90, 290 BABIP, a 4.5 FIP, and a 4.21 SIERA. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Natties here, 4.58 FIP, 4.15 SIERA compared to 5.14 FIP and a 3.99 SIERA. The hitting advantage goes towards Washington here as well. 114 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 88, which is 21st. This may sound crazy, but I kind of think the first 5 under is a decent look in this game. And the problem is you got to trust Jonah Don, which he the only time he's really given up anything this year in his 2 starts was against the Texas Rangers, which I think is definitely a better lineup than the Cincinnati Reds. That first 5 under 5.5 seems extremely like it could be extremely sweaty, but I'm interested in this first 5 under 5.5 with the Don and Abbott. There we go, Abbott. What's your thoughts on this one? I feel like this is one of those where this line's just a little inflated, and the line's actually moved down. The line's moved towards the under.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in this game. I gave out the Reds run line last night at minus 105 on Ball and Out. And the line inflated because of Jonah Don. It's not like it wasn't Jonah Don last night. It was not announced last night when I did the video. I said it didn't matter. Obviously, it does now because they are a lot more expensive. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to just stay away from it. I really have no reason to want to go after it. So pass on this game at this point.
Fair enough. I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to pull the trigger on it here. The line's moved 14 cents towards the under. I just want to look at it real quick. The money real quick one last time. 57% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the under. I'm going to move on it. This is probably a little bit ballsy. Probably can be very sweaty. First 5 under 5.5 Nationals and Reds.
Good luck to you.
Pass on this. I was flip-flopping this one this morning. Morning. I should say morning. Good night, Munchie. Ain't no way I'm laying that, but I'm on the Nats lean wise. I would lean towards the Nationals as well. Morning. I'll lean that first 5 under us. Also, Orioles trifecta swept, running it back today. Sounds like free money. Let's take a look at the next matchup here with the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are minus 125 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Toronto and Boston. It's going to be Schreiber, it looks like, for the Red Sox. I believe he's the opener, and then it's going to be Nick Pivetta. Line opened up at a minus 120 for the Red Sox. It's up to a minus 123, a 3-cent line movement towards Boston. Line opened up at a 10. It's down to a 9.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, see if it shows a move towards the under and a slight move towards the Boston Red Sox. 41% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Red Sox. That one makes sense. 67% of the tickets are on the under. We do not have a cash flow for that under. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal for this one. Fenway Park, 19% runs. It's the second best hitting conditions on the slate. Minus 1% home runs, but plus 23% doubles, triples, plus 12% singles. Looking at this pitching matchup here, it's a bullpen day for the Boston Red Sox. On the flip side, Jose Berrios, 1.84 ERA, 1.19 whip. He's been really good. 8.59 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 3.68 walks per nine, a 286 BABIP, a 320 fourth FIP, and a 4.52 SIERA. The bullpen advance goes towards the Red Sox, 2.89 FIP, 3.41 SIERA compared to 3.91 FIP and a 4.12 SIERA. And then for the hitting advantage, it does go towards the Red Sox here, 115 WRC plus, which is 10th compared to 98, which is 17th. I'm kind of leaning in this one as well. I like Berrios. I like what Berrios has been doing as of late. This line's dropped half a run. And I believe that's because the money is coming in on it, right? Yeah, we have 67% of the tickets, but we do not have a cash flow for it. So more tickets are coming in on this under, which makes sense. I do think that Berrios can come out here and pitch well, but this is going to be a stay-off spot for me. I don't even see this line available at the moment.
Berrios at home, fine. Berrios on the road, who has a ERA that's a whole run higher than at home, absolutely not. I just don't want to be going after Berrios. And it's a bullpen game for Boston. I like the over. I know the line's dropped half a run. I don't care. These two teams trend over whenever they face each other. I know yesterday they scored 10 runs, still went under or pushed, depending on whether or not you decide to lay minus 130 on a total. I want to go right back to the over in this game. I think Berrios gets hit up a little bit. I think Boston gives up runs, and I could see another one that this one could be a 7-4, 7-5 type of game and go over the total. So over in this one. And I do kind of lean Boston because Toronto struggles against AL East opponents, although they did win yesterday.
Yeah, and this is one where I don't currently actually have a line on this game anymore because I think they switched the pitcher because this was originally, I think, supposed to be Pivetta last night when I was looking at this.
Fair enough.
We'll head back to the chat here. Did Patrick Corbin not know it was his holiday yesterday? It was. He cashed the full. They cashed the full game. Why are you standing? Because this chair is uncomfortable and I need to stand for a couple of minutes. This chair, I don't like this chair I'm sitting in right now. Tap the Rockies. Coors Light is greater than Busch. Wainwright, yeah. I had to help with some crap. Did we say the Reds? I said the under. Alouettes in the under, passing on the usual Hamilton first half today. I do lean Hamilton. I like the Alouettes team total under. And I like the full game under. We'll head to the hottest team in baseball right now, Tim. The Kansas City Royals. Taking on the Philadelphia Phillies here. Minus 220 for the Phillies, total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot between KC and Philly. We have Marsh and Sanchez. Line opened up at a minus 220. It's up to a minus 223. Line opened up at a over 9.5 minus 115. It's down to a over 9.5 at plus 105. So about 20-cent line movement towards the under as well. So a move towards the under and a move slightly towards the Phillies. Let's see if the cash flow represents that here. As we have 80% of the tickets and 68% of the cash is on the Phillies and only a 3-cent line movement. 65% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the under. In this game, the lines move towards the under in this spot. We also have 87% of the tickets and 99% of the cash on the Philly run line here in this one. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal in this one, where we have Citizens Bank Park as the fourth best hitting conditions on the slate, only plus 2%. We only have 3 stadiums that have a 7% or higher. This is the fourth best. It's 2%, plus 13% home runs, minus 2% doubles, triples, minus 3% on the singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Alec Marsh and Christopher Sanchez. Marsh, 5.85 ERA, 1.45 whip. 10.35 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 4.95 walks per nine, a 2.39 BABIP with 7.77 FIP, and a 4.62 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Christopher Sanchez, 2.25 ERA, 0.75 WHIP, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 1.29 walks per nine, a 164 BABIP, a 4.85 FIP, and a 3.68 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Phillies, 4.25 FIP, 4.42 SIERA compared to 4.98 and 4.66. Hitting advantage actually goes towards the Royals in this one, 93 WRC plus, which is 20th compared to 82, which is 24th. So I'm kind of interested in Kansas City in this game. It would look towards the Kansas City early in this spot. Kansas City first five. I want to take one quick look. I want to see how far Alec Marsh will go into this game, most likely, because I don't think he goes too far into games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. He's a bullpen. The last two starts, he's only gone 2 2/3, but he got hit hard, and he only went 1 inning against the Mets on August 1st. I think that was a relief appearance for him. But previous to that, he went 5 1/3, 5 1/3, 6 innings, 5 innings, 4 innings. So he can be stretched out here. I'm kind of leaning towards the KC Royals early in this game. You can get the first 5 at plus 180. I'm going to make it here. Kansas City Royals, first 5 money line at plus 180 for me.
Royals have won 7 straight games. Royals have won 7 straight. Sorry, that's just very difficult to figure out how the hell they managed to do that. Let's grab it. Let's jump on them though. I'm gonna continue riding the win streak. I wish I bet him yesterday. I'm taking them today plus 204 with the Royals. Nick, Royals have won 7 straight games.
Correct. They're the hottest team in baseball right now. The hottest team in baseball right now.
And I'm grabbing them plus 204 today. They went and they beat NOLA yesterday. Lyles. I don't think Lyles got the win, but
they beat NOLA in Philadelphia.
Sorry. Lyles got the win yesterday. He got his 3rd win of the year against the Philadelphia Phillies.
Correct.
Royals all day, baby. Let's get it. They're on the comeback. Royals for the division. Royals for the World Series.
All right, let's slow it down there. I still need them under their win total.
I'm grabbing them plus $2 today. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is there's no way I'm laying this type of number with Christopher Sanchez and the Phillies today. Not a chance. So yeah, I'm only on the first 5, but yeah, I like it. Back to the chat.
The Royals. Sorry. Phillies run line. No. I like it. I love it. I want some more. Lean Yerfy. Sure. Bum fight. Sure, it's a bum fight. Under in the Phoenix and Seattle game. Lean Storm spread 2. I want nothing to do with that game tonight. Ravens -3. Does preseason start Sunday?
It's Wednesday.
Ravens every single week.
Here, ready? Here's gonna be my approach to the preseason. John Harbaugh has won 23 straight preseason games. This is the only time I'll advocate for juice. Whatever their money line is, lay it. Lay the money line, just every single time. I will lay -200 with the Ravens money line.
I will not lay -200. Thank you very much.
We won't on the site. We won't on the site, but I will personally be laying that type.
I will lay the spread. I will not lay a damn -200. Are you crazy?
Yes, I am crazy. But we'll move into this matchup here: the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles -170 favorites, total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, as we have McGill and Kyle Gibson. Kyle Gibson's a -175 favorite. That's Line opened up at minus 165. It's moved up to a 176. Line opened up at 9 at minus 125. It's up to a 9.5 at minus 112. A line that's actually moved up today because it feels like every other line's moved down in total today. And 35% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over. 45% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the Mets in this one. And the lines move towards the Orioles here in this one. This will be McGill's first start in a while. So,
yeah, and he has not been good in AAA.
Yeah. Oriole Park, minus 1% runs today, minus 21% home runs, plus 7% doubles, triples, plus 5% singles. I have no numbers on Tyler McGill. On the flip side, Kyle Gibson, I don't really trust. 4.21 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 8.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 2.72 walks per nine, a 270 BABIP, a 3.55 FIP, and a 3.80 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Orioles here. 2.97 FIP, 3.16 SIERA compared to 3.59 and 4.07 for the Mets. Hitting advantage actually goes towards the Mets here, and it has been going down lately. But still 116 WRC plus, which is 7th against righties, compared to 100, which is 14th for the Orioles against righties. The Mets do have a slight hitting advantage, and I get it. They traded pieces away, but, I mean, the only bats they traded away were Mark Canha and Tommy Pham. So it's not like they lost all their bats. They lost a lot of pitching. They lost Dominic Leone. They lost Scherzer. They lost Verlander. Like they lost Robertson. Fuck you. No, we're not doing that. No. Stop. You're not funny.
Yeah, it is at this point. Look at the lineup.
Yeah, no. I understand you being funny and all that jazz. But for me, it's a lean towards the over in this game, if anything. But I think this is a pretty simple stay away game. I think I'm going to find ways not to bet Oriole games the rest of the year because I'm tired of losing money on them. And I know the second I bet on them, they're going to start losing because that's just the way it is. Because I'm late to the Oriole train if I ever try to hop on it. And I know the second I start betting them, they might lose. Orioles money line today. Orioles minus 1.5. Orioles minus 2.5. No, but I mean, I'm not particularly interested in this game. It's over or nothing for me. It's a pass.
Orioles run line. And there's no hesitation involved. Most profitable team in baseball against I know you switch it back. It's the Syracuse Mets at this point. You look at that lineup. You look at the roster. Half of the roster is played on Syracuse this year. Like and Tyler McGill has been awful in AAA, and now he has to make the jump back up because there's no Verlander, no Scherzer. Like this is. Tyler McGill is a 4A pitcher, maybe. I don't even know if he's that high right now. Against one of the best teams in baseball right now. If not, I'll make the argument the best team in baseball. I think Baltimore's the best team in baseball right now. I know the Braves are up there too. I think there's a really serious argument for a Baltimore team that is 26 games over 500, and with 2 wins will be the second team to 70 wins. And they'll probably get it by the end of the weekend. Because I think the Orioles sweep this series. I am not backing the Mets unless there's a very, very good reason to. And last time I knew, it's not Tom Seaver pitching today with like Keith Hernandez and David Wright in the lineup. It's ugly. And as a Mets fan, I know this. So I'm not going to hesitate to fade them. I faded them a lot in that Kansas City series. Now in Baltimore, fade the Mets, make money. Baltimore run line for me. And I can't touch the over. If anything, it's going to be the Baltimore team total over because I do not trust the Mets to do anything hitting-wise. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
They're acting like they sold their entire team. I mean, the lineup still has Nimmo, Lindor, Alonso, Marte.
Nope, Marte's out.
Marte was back yesterday.
Oh, was he? Wow, I didn't even pay attention to that game. No, did you see?
They're acting like they sold everybody. They sold a 40-year-old Scherzer. They sold a 40-year-old Verlander. And
I'm sorry, you look at the bottom 4 of that lineup, and it's AAA players. You look at the rotation now. It's 3 AAA players.
Yeah, because Nimmo was hurt the last couple of days. Marte was hurt. They were both back in the lineup yesterday, and the only one that was out of place was Rafael Ortega, who scored a run yesterday.
I still don't believe in this Mets team anymore. And
I'm
by
not
the way,
saying I believe in them. I'm just saying you're acting like they tore everything down. They sold their rentals.
they don't care anymore. But I
But
do want
stop
to put out.
acting like they're the freaking Kansas City Royals. Or
I
they're
do-
the
I do
Oakland
wanna-
Athletics. They're not.
I do want to put out a player prop for today. For this
James
game.
McCann.
Yes. I'm sorry. James McCann has 11 RBIs this year, and 5 of them were yesterday against the Mets. Did you see that stat?
I saw a stat. He became like the second catcher to drive in at least 3 runs, have a stolen base, and a home run or something like that against the Mets. The only other one is Travis Darnell.
Yeah, it's all former Mets. It's what's his name again? I can't find a player prop on him. James McCann. Yeah, no McCann props today. I guess he's not in the lineup, but
No,
I would
he's
keep it. Well, I would put him as a DH today or something. But when you're getting your free win against the Mets, come on. Let's go back to the chat.
Yeah, you can head back to the chat here. I want to track a few things.
What up, Earls? Good luck today. Good luck to you to stop Gio. Christopher Robinson. I don't know who that is. Feel like jumping back on your O's. Let's go O's. Got here late. Red Sox no bat, 9th inning, plus 115-ish, 7-1 series lead so far for Toronto versus Toronto. I kind of like that. I don't hate it. LOL, a preseason Ravens moneyline loss is just as bad as a spread loss by the hook. No, because then you don't have to delay the juice. Mets team total over. No. Baltimore run line. Yes.
What
Nick,
is the Mets team total on over? That could be an interesting one.
Oh, for the first 5. No. Nick, you can hop on the caboose of the Orioles train. Tim has been driving all year. All year? I've been driving it since Rutschman came up last year. I've been driving it since last year. Hop all aboard the Orioles Express.
No, you know the second I do jump on that, the train's going to explode, which makes me want to jump on it so I can blow up the train.
No. The moment you jump on the caboose, there's the remember in the Polar Express they pull the lever and all of a sudden the caboose goes goodbye. Yeah, we'll just leave you in the distance. That's fine. No, I've been on them all year. Let's do it. The Mets feel like they're selling out for the season. Wow, no shit. Rutschman home run. Yes. Baltimore smashes the Mets. Yes. I need to get a Baltimore hat. And I'm waiting on a jersey so I can get Connor Norby. But let's head to this game, Nick. Not as fun as the last one we just talked about.
No, but we get Paul Blackburn Day. San Francisco Giants are at the Oakland Athletics. Minus 175 for the Giants. Total of 8 in this one. Let's take a look at the line history between the Gigantes and the Athletics here. As we have Ross Stripling versus Paul Blackburn. Line opened up at a 172. It's down to a 165. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8.5 now. It's moved up a full run, suggesting that both these pitchers can be vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. That's going to take me off the over. 93% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over in this one here. 59% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the Athletics. The line has moved towards the Athletics here in this spot. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one, as they have Oakland Coliseum minus 4% runs, minus 10% home runs, plus 4% doubles, triples, minus 2% on the singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here. Ross Stripling, 4.01 ERA, 1.09 whip, 6.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. No walks per 9, 303 BABIP, a 4.13 FIP, and a 3.90 Sierra. On the flip side, Paul Blackburn, 5.50 ERA, 1.78 whip, 8 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. 3 walks per 9, a 4.07 BABIP, but a 3.94 FIP, and a 4.58 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Giants here, 2.98 FIP, 3.47 Sierra compared to 5.03 and 4.85. Hitting advantage does go towards Oakland here, 104 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 83, which is 23rd. So hitting advantage going towards the Athletics here. I kind of want to see what he's done in the first 5s recently because Paul Blackburn used to be the first 5 wizard here. Let's see if I want to see if he's continued to do that. I don't think he has as much, but I believe he's still been pretty good first 5. What did he do last game? They've won his last 2 starts. He lost 3. He didn't pitch 1 appearance against the Red Sox. He went 1 inning against the Red Sox, another one. But overall, I mean, they have been losing a lot during his starts recently. But I'm kind of looking at Oakland first 5 in this one here. Taking a little dog shot with the Athletics here. Their hitting, I think, could be good enough to steal this game. Ooh, I'm interested in this too. I'm going to take Oakland first 5 plus 125. I'm also going to grab another plus money bet here. Oakland team total over 3.5 plus 115. They've been above average hitting. And their first 5 team total over is a 1.5 at minus 118. That's kind of interesting as well. I think they can get a couple runs against Ross Stripling, so I kind of lean that way as well. But I'm going to take the Oakland Athletics first 5 money line. It's a plus 125. They understand that this is the first 5 wizard, but I'm cool with that. They've adjusted the lines. I think there's a little edge there for plus money and plus 115. Oakland team total over 3.5.
Yeah, I kind of just want to stay away from this game. I'm not a big. I know Paul Blackburn's been good, but he's good first 5. He's not really good full games, and I'm not really betting first 5s. And it's against Ross Stripling, who has been okay. He's been all right. 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0, 1 in his last 7 starts. So a couple of them are a little bit shorter. He doesn't really go that deep anywhere from he's gone 6 innings twice out of his last 3 starts, but previous to that it was like 4, 4, 3, 2. So he's not going to go super far in this game. I would say over, but San Fran has been a very, very big under team as of late, and I'm not trying to grab an over with them right now. So this one's going to be a stay away from me. If you want to put something up on it, have fun, but I'm going to stay away.
I'm good. Those are 2 bets I can't put up on the site, and I specifically bet those for a reason. So pass on the site there. Back to the chat.
Looking at Nerfy while riding the tiny wave ace first 5.
I can see it.
We'll go from one gross game to another gross game, and then we got another gross game after this.
I have a bet on that other gross. Oh, wait, we have. Okay, yeah, I see what you're. Yeah. Minus 245 for the Brewers. Anybody?
No.
Total 8 in this game. There is a reason why they're minus 245, and it's because who's on the mound today. It's Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes Day, which arguably is one of the best pitchers in the National League. Let's take a look at the line history here between Bailey Falter, and Corbin Burnes. Line opened up at a 241. It's up to a 247 for the Brewers. Line opened up at an 8 minus 119. It's down to an 8 minus 117. So it's moved 2 cents towards the under, and it's moved 6 cents towards the Brew Crew in this one here. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have 44% of the tickets and 71% of the cash is on the Pirates. Who's shocked? But the line's moving towards the Brewers, so they don't care. 50% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the under in this one here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal. For Milwaukee here at minus 6% runs, plus 3% home runs, minus 3% doubles, triples, minus 8% singles. Pitching matchup here. I feel like it's been a minute since we've seen Bailey Falter.
I feel that way too.
Let me take a look real quick because I have no numbers. I have no numbers for him recently.
Yeah, I don't have any numbers from him.
And that's because. Yeah, that's because 2023 he's appeared in 7 games, or he started 7 games, but
yeah,
they were
none of them hasn't been as of recent. So
yeah, it shows he's 0-7 this year. So yeah, and that's with the Phillies. Now he's on the Pirates, and now he's going up against Corbin Burnes, a 1.69 ERA, 0.78 WHIP, 11.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 33%. 3.09 walks per 9, a 182 BABIP, a 2.90 FIP, and a 3.23 SIERA. Elite. Let's just say it. Corbin Burnes is elite.
Yeah.
Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Pirates here recently. 3.91 FIP, 3.02 TCR compared to 4.33 and 3.25. Hitting advantage goes towards the Brewers here. 122 WRC plus versus lefties, which is 8, compared to the Pirates, who don't hit righties. 80 WRC plus, which is 27. I would like to back the Brewers in this game. I would very much like to back the Brewers in this game. Only problem is on the run line, they're only minus 126.
No.
On the first 5 run line, they're minus 155. They've made this extremely difficult to find any way to try to back the Milwaukee Brewers in this game. Maybe they're a parlay piece if you're into that, but I don't advocate for parlays here. But trying to even see who you would even tie it to today. Because I don't like the Phillies today. I guess you can maybe tie it up with the Cardinals later at minus 230, or you can do it with the Orioles, I guess. But for me, I want to back the Brewers here. Minus 126 for a run line. Seems a little rich, but I'm thinking I may lay that run line because I think that Bailey Falter gets smashed by the Brewers today, and Burns shoves.
Yeah, we got priced out of this one. I want nothing to do with the total because Burns could shove, and this game can go over because the Brewers put up 9 runs or something today, or they could put up 2. I really have zero interest in this game. I'm not going after a run line with the Brewers at minus 125. I'm not really interested in grabbing the Pirates on the road, especially with Bailey Falter. This one's a complete stay away again. You don't have to bet every single game. And coming down the stretch, we're going to notice some of these ugly games that we were betting in the earlier on in the season, we're not touching anymore. And this is going to be a game like that. And like in the beginning of the year, San Fran and Oakland, I would probably have jumped all over Oakland. But at this point of the year, you're in the middle of August, the dog days of summer. No, thank you. I'm not really interested in dogs as much as I am, as I am in the earlier on in the season. So for me, complete stay away. And we're gonna go a lot less volume, especially with other stuff coming up. We're gonna go a lot less volume in baseball.
I grabbed it. Milwaukee run line minus 126. And I looked up one more stat to kind of confirm this play for me too. Corbin Burns dominates the Pirates. He's 7-1 with a 3.36 ERA and 80 strikeouts.
Dominate the Pirates.
Huh?
Brewers dominate the Pirates.
Yeah, I see a route here in this game. So I grabbed the Brewers minus 1.5 at minus 126.
Right on. I don't really have plays on the much on the slate, but my favorite play is Mariners team total over with Tyler Anderson. I don't hate it. F the Brewers, like the Padres, when it's time to step up, they step down. Pirates team total under, I can see it.
That's one way to do it, but that's juiced toward the 3.5. So
yeah. He hasn't pitched since May. There you go. Bailey Falter hasn't pitched in the majors since May.
And he's not even a major league talent.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not always about this money, Spider-Man. It's about Kennedy. No one can name his last name.
The fighter from the UFC.
Okay. LFG. Brewers dominated so well yesterday. Yeah, but previous to that, they've won They've now won 15 out of 17 games against the Pirates. Yeah, no, I'm not sweating one game. All right, here's time for my break. I'll let you break down this one.
Yeah, Cleveland Guardians minus 145 favorites against the Chicago White Sox. Minus 145 for the Guardians here, total of 9 in this spot. Let's get into the line history of this one here. We have Cleveland and Chicago, Michael Kopech and Noah Syndergaard. How about that for a pitching matchup? Line opened up at a minus 137. The line's moved 13 cents towards Noah Syndergaard and the Cleveland Guardians. Line opened up at an 8 minus 122. It's up to a 9 minus 120. So the line's moved up half a run, and the line has moved towards the Guardians, telling me Michael Kopech is vulnerable in this game. 72% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the Guardians. 79% of the tickets, 95% cash is on the over. So the big bets are coming in on the two sides that have been moving. That all makes sense to me. Progressive Field, third best hitting conditions on the slate today. 7% runs, minus 1% home runs, plus 13% double triples, plus 2% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, which is awful. Michael Kopech, 6.61 ERA, 1.84 whip, 6.61 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 7.71 walks per nine, a 205 BABIP, a 10.13 FIP, and a 6.90 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Cleveland with a 1.69 or Noah with a 1.69 ERA, 0.75 whip. I think he's only pitched one time, though. So take those numbers with a grain of salt because his FIP is a 4.96 and an 8.28 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox, 4.49 FIP, 4.30 SIERA compared to 4.77 and 4.73. Hitting advantage is a big one towards the Guardians here. 117 WRC plus, which is 6, compared to 66, which is dead last, versus righties. I think this is a great matchup for Noah Syndergaard and the Cleveland Guardians. And I know the White Sox have the slight bullpen advantage in this one here. But with a lineup advantage this massive, I have no problem going and taking the Guardians full game here as well. For first fives, I will expand to minus 150. Instead of having to lay a half a run, especially in a game where I could see this. Now, this game could be an over as well, but I will for full games, I will be taking minus ones if it hits a minus 150, which it is here. It's minus 150 and plus 133 for the minus one here in this spot. I'm gonna punch into the run line calculator. I'm gonna double up on the Guardians here. First five money line minus 145, full game minus one. Which will probably be in the minus 110-ish range, if I had to guess.
Pass. I don't bet AL Central games. If you want to put stuff up within sight for this game, Nick, go right ahead. Have fun. I'm personally just going to stay away from AL Central games. That division is a shit show, and I'm not betting a game with Michael Kopech and Noah Syndergaard. So, complete stay away from me.
Fair enough.
But I'm also consistent. I haven't really been betting these games all year.
It is a minus 107. Minus 107 for the first five, or for the full game minus one.
The African Savage. Can't lose it with a name like that. Props to the man that stepped in the ring with someone named the African Savage. Dude, the beast. There you go. Love the White Sox. Good luck. Guardians team total over. White Sox have owned the Indians.
Well, they're the Guardians, so I don't know who the Indians are.
You're so funny. Let's head to this game, Nick.
I moved on this game as well. Minnesota Twins and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Twins minus 155 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Where we have Kenta Maeda and Ryan Nelson in this one. Line opened up at a 135. It's up to a 154 for the Twins, a 19-cent line movement towards mini. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's an 8.5 at minus 115. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. See if it represents a line move towards the and a line move slightly towards the over in this one. And there it is. We have 40% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. And the lines moved heavily towards the Twinnies. 66% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the under. And the lines moved slightly towards the over, which is kind of interesting there, suggesting that they may not be worried about that under money. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. We have Ryan Nelson, 5.4 ERA, 1.45 whip. Turn off the freaking vibration on my phone. That's driving me crazy. 3.49 walks per nine, a 9% strikeout rate, 2.22 walks per nine, a 277 BABIP, a 6.91 FIP, and a 5.96 SIERA. On the flip side, Kenta Maeda's look good. 2.93 ERA, 1.05 whip, 12.69 strikeouts per nine, which is 36%, 2.93 walks per nine, a 281 BABIP, a 3.31 FIP, and a 3.06 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards mini. 4.94 FIP, 3.90 SIERA compared to 5.08 and 4.35 massive hitting advantage towards Mini as well. 123 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 82, which is 25th. I made a move on this game last night. This was the only play I had coming into the day. I got the Twins -1 at -117. I'm also going to be adding a couple plays for this game as well. I really, really like the Twins in this spot here. I'm going to be taking the Twins first 5. I have to lay the half a run at -110 because it's -155 for the money line. And I'm grabbing the Twins team total over 4.5 as well at -110. I like the Twins to take care of business in this game.
Yeah, I'm just not as high on this game. I will say the D-backs have been on a heavy under trend lately. They've gone under in 8 straight games
because they've stopped hitting.
Yeah, and that's the problem with young teams that rely on offense is they can go through droughts, and that's what we're seeing right now. It's why they've had the worst record in baseball since the All-Star break. Am I betting Arizona? No, just because I don't trust Ryan Nelson. This is not the spot to want to go and back them right here. Although I won't turn down plus money, but I can't go after him here. This is once again another stay away spot. I know you like the Twins, but I'm not bothering with this game. Another one of those games that is two kind of like middling teams right now.
I think the Twins are on a little bit of an up.
You do?
I think they run away with this division.
They've won 3 out of 4, but lost 6 out of 10. No, I don't think they're on the way up. I think they're struggling right now. I think both teams are struggling right now.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Twins -1 and their team total. Nick likes it. I'm staying away. Diamondbacks. Good luck. Dennis Bazooka in the UFC is a live dog tonight.
I mean, how do you not bet Bazooka?
I mean, for real. Run back that D-backs under 2 nights in a row. They've gone under 8 nights in a row. Nick knows nothing about kick fighting. Don't know nothing about kick fighting. I don't know anything with that either. So my K prop ladder in the Nerfy.
Yeah, I like Maeda K prop because he's striking out batters at a 36% rate right now.
Need a recap on way to kiosk. Right now, the only plays we're on is Houston, or the only plays that we're putting up on the site. Houston over in Cubbies and Royals. So good luck to you. Let's head over to this game, Nick, which was a gross one last night.
Yeah, this one hurt last night because I thought the line moved in their direction, and Wainwright may have having a pitching advantage was dead wrong. And the Cardinals are -230 again today. They're taking on the Rockies, -9, total of 9 in this spot here. If there's an easier pass game on the slate, let me know because it may be this one. The line did open up at -190 for the Cardinals. It's -230. Line opened up at a 9 -125. It's down to a 9 -105. So a 20-cent line movement towards the under and a line movement towards the Cardinals. Let's see if the cash flow represents a move towards the Cardinals and a move towards the under. Because we have 27% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the under. That makes sense. 79% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the Cardinals. Also makes sense. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one here. See what type of conditions we get for Busch Stadium. -1% runs, -1% home runs, +4% doubles, triples, -3% singles. Pitching matchup here, Ty Block, which I believe just pitched the one game, which he looked good. He looked good in that one game that he did pitch. My bad, he's pitched twice in the last 30 days. Yeah. And he has not given up an earned run. He's pitched a combined 8 innings. He's given up 5 hits on 1 walk. On the flip side, Steven Matz has looked pretty good. 2.17 ERA, 0.93 whip, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%. 1.86 walks per 9, a 247 BABIP, a 2.79 FIP, and a 3.64 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Cardinals, 4.20 FIP, 4.26 SIERA, compared to 4.96 FIP and a 4.27 SIERA Hitting advantage goes towards the Cardinals here, 126 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 96, which is 19th. I like the under in this game a little bit. Steven Matz has pitched well, and Ty Block has actually been pretty good. And we're getting a 5 in this game here. I'm going to grab that. First 5, under 5, St. Louis and Colorado for me. I know I said this was a pass game. Then I discovered that I really like this under, or I like this under. So we're going to grab a little first 5, under 5 here.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on that with you. I like Steven Matz, how he's been pitching. I think he's gone 5 innings of shutout in his last 3 out of his last 5 starts. So, yeah, he's been really solid. And, yeah, I'll continue to back that. And I'm not super high on the Rockies right now. This is, I'm not high on the Cardinals either, but these offenses are not good. These starting pitchers have been solid. I'm hoping for a low-scoring game and Colorado to do, like, nothing. So, yeah, under in this one.
There we go. Back to the chat. I'm tracking my plays real quick.
Oh, okay. Twinkies under. Sure. Wainwright sold that bastard. Stop betting Wainwright. Where can you find the -1 line on Bovada? You just have to bet money line and run line, right?
Yes. Give me 2 seconds. Actually, on Bet Online, here is the. I'm going to put it in the chat. This is the link I use to create -1 line. So there you go, Joseph Thompson. There is the -1 calculator that I have there.
Right on. The Cardinals do not deserve to be mentioned. I'll pass. Fair. Few people telling me the Rockies, but stay away from this one. Yeah, stay away. Rockies, no. I can't back that. You can make the -1 line. Yeah, you would have to make it. It's not something that you just bet.
Some books offer -1 lines, but if you use that run line calculator, you'll actually get better lines sometimes than the lines they offer. It's weird. But use the calculator always.
Red Sox, no bat in the 9th is +130. I like it. Earle, did you have a prop of the day in that Orioles game? I was joking with James McCann to get an RBI, but I don't think he's in the lineup. -1 is equal to money line, amount 1 on money line placed on the run line.
Yes. Kind of. If you punch in the calculator, it'll tell you exactly how much to bet on each. But yeah, basically you bet enough on the money line to break even if they don't cover the run line.
There you go. I'm happy with the Rockies win last night.
I'm not.
Done with this series unless I want game props. That's fair. Ain't no way to begin drinking early and placing bets. Yeah. 2 games left, Nick, and this one should be fun.
Yeah, we get the Dodgers and the Padres. The Padres -145 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. It's a fun matchup because we get Snell, who has been the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah,
as of late. That's fair to say.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Line opened up at a 155 for the Padres. It's gone down to a 142, a 13-cent line movement towards the Dodgers. And this line opened up at an 8.5 even money, and it's now up to an 8.5 -111, which tells me that Mr. Snell can be vulnerable today. That they expect Snell to get hit potentially in this game. 35% of the tickets and 39% of the cash is on the Dodgers. 65% of the tickets, 61% of the cash on the Padres. And the lines move towards the Dodgers, which is kind of surprising. I have nothing on the total. No tickets, no cash. So let's head over to Ballpark Pal, where we have Petco Park at -7%, the third worst on the slate, -1% runs, -5% doubles, triples, or -1% home runs, -5% double triples, -6% singles, -7% overall. It has undecided. I didn't have a pitcher last night when I made this. When I updated my spreadsheet, it is Ryan Yarbrough making his first start with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let me adjust this to have Ryan Yarbrough in here, so I have his stats. He was not bad with the Kansas City Royals. He earned getting traded there. 2.19 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, 5.47 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%. 0.73 walks per nine, a 288 BABIP, a 3.35 FIP, and a 4.61 Sierra. On the flip side, Blake Snell, 0.56 ERA the last 30 days. He's been insane. 1.50 walks per nine, a 11.81 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%. 7.31 walks per nine. That's his big problem, though. 3.10 BABIP, 310 BABIP, my bad. 309 FIP, and a 4.91 Sierra. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Padres as of late, actually. 2.91 FIP, 3.59 Sierra, compared to 4.59 and 4.88. Let me double check to make sure I have the right numbers for this because I had to put Yarborough in. San Diego is, wow. Okay, this may change a little bit here. San Diego is the number one team against left-handed pitching the last 30 days, 142 WRC plus. The number two team would be the Los Angeles Dodgers, 137 WRC plus. This game kind of spells a little bit of an over for me the more and more I look at it. And I know Blake Snell has been awesome. This line's moved up. And I kind of like the Dodgers a little bit in this game, to be completely honest. The line's moved towards the Dodgers. I think this line is just too wide. Do you trust the Padres as a minus 145 favorite, minus 140 favorite against the Dodgers? And I get it. It's Yarborough and it's Snell. I understand why the Padres are the favorites. They're at home. They got the better pitcher on the mound. But should they be minus 140 favorites is the big question here. I kind of lean towards the no side of the equation for that one there. And I kind of lean Dodgers first five at plus 138 a little bit in this game. And maybe doubling down on them because I still don't trust the Padres bullpen. I don't trust either bullpens. But plus 130 full game, I'm kind of leaning towards LA in this spot with Yarborough.
Yeah, I kind of lean Padres in this game. No, I don't trust them as minus 145. That's why I would take the run line. But this is a spot that I've been backing Snell a lot this year. He's one of the top guys for Cy Young at the moment, so that's kind of nice to see. It's just one of those. You just saw the Dodgers win last night, 10-5. I like Blake Snell. He's got to be a top for the Cy Young at this point. You look at his last 10 starts, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1. He's been nothing but consistent, and I want to back that. So, yeah, give me the Padres in this matchup, Nick.
This is scary, but I'm gonna take the Dodgers here, and I'm actually gonna go decent on them here. And this is just, I know this is the markets also screaming to me that the Dodgers are the play. Because most of the money, most of the tickets are coming in on the Padres, and they're making it more appealing to back Blake Snell, arguably the best pitcher of the last 2 months here in this spot. So I think this is telling me that the Dodgers are the play, and I don't think they should be this big of dogs, to be completely honest. And I get it; it's Blake Snell. First five plus 138, full game plus 130. I'm going to take a stab at the team total over as well with the Dodgers because I get it. Once again, I understand it's Blake Snell. When was the last time we saw the Dodgers team total at a 3.5?
I don't look at team totals like that.
Even if Blake Snell goes out there and gives you 6 strong innings, who says the Dodgers don't get 4 runs in the last 3 innings against that Padre bullpen? So I'm going to take the Dodgers here in this one. I'm going to invest in the Dodgers. First five plus 138, full game plus 130. And team total over 3.5 at minus 124.
Sounds good. Back to the chat.
Oh, okay. Best run line bet today. Minnesota Twins for me. I like the -1, but Minnesota Twins.
Astros.
Yeah. Fade the USA Day tomorrow. Sweden money line under 2.5 at plus 280. Sweden money line plus 220. I think if you like Sweden, we are talking a little bit about this on the show last night. If you like Sweden, grab a little bit of Sweden to win the World Cup. It's like 18 or 20 to 1. Grab a little bit of that as well if you like Sweden, because if they beat the United States tomorrow, that's going to drop tremendously. So grab a little Sweden as well to win the World Cup if you like Sweden to win against the United States tomorrow. I will take Smelly K props, Sprinkle Parlay, Snell, and Maeda. I like the Yurfie in the first 5 over. I see both teams coming out and hitting. Yes, these are two teams that have been smacking left-handed pitching too. Pass. Yeah. Head to the last game of the day, which I'm a lot less excited for than the one we just talked about, because I don't know. I really like Padres-Dodgers. That's an interesting matchup. Mariners, minus 145 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at this matchup here between George Kirby and Tim Anderson. This line opened up at a minus 120, or Tyler Anderson. My bad, Tyler Anderson. Minus 120, it's up to a minus 144, 24-cent line movement towards Seattle. Line opened up at an 8.5, it's up to a 9. Half-run line movement towards the over, and a pretty decent-sized line movement towards the Mariners in this spot here. 69% of the tickets, 49% of the cash is on the Mariners. The lines move drastically towards them. 68% of the tickets, 69% of the cash is on the under. Lines move towards the over. Tells me that they're not scared of this under money. Let's take a look at the line history here, or not the line history, the ballpark pal for Angel Stadium. It's the 5th best on the slate, but it's minus 1% runs, plus 9% home runs, minus 10% double triples, minus 1% run singles in this spot here. Looking at the pitching matchup, Kirby and Anderson in this one here. Kirby, 4.23 ERA, 1.23 whip, 10.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 1.63 walks per 9, a 3.56 BABIP, with a 2.95 FIP and a 3.29 Sierra. On the flip side, Tyler Anderson, 4.12 ERA, 1.53 whip, 7.78 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 2.75 walks per 9, a 3.44 BABIP, a 3.93 FIP, and a 4.57 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners here, 3.39 FIP, 4.07 Sierra, compared to 4.70 and 3.59 for the Angels. Hitting advantage goes towards the Angels in this 111 WRC plus, which is 11th against righties, compared to the Mariners 25th against lefties, 76 WRC plus. This is a stay off for me. I was leaning under in this game before heading into this one, but at the way the line's moving, it's going to be a pass for me. No play for me.
Kind of lean Kirby and in Seattle. Seattle's actually been really good as of late. They've won 8 out of their last 10, including 3 in a row. So they are really looking good. And if they win today, they can be going for a sweep tomorrow. I like this this Seattle team, and don't look now, but they're climbing their way up that AL wildcard rankings because they're 6 games over 500. How far are they off? They can't be that far off at this point, because they're making one of those runs like they did last year. Obviously, it's not the crazy run that they did last year, but Seattle 2.5 games back of Toronto. Don't count them out yet. I'm going to jump on Seattle. They've been looking good and running with that. I have to grab their run line at plus 110 because I'm not laying 145. I'm on the Mariners.
Fair. Yeah, I feel like this is just the Mariners are overpriced in this game for me to move on them. And their hitting gives me no confidence in trying to back them. So,
okay, that's fine.
For 3.5. Yeah, I'm just finishing tracking up my.
You're good. I will take Smelly K props, Sprinkle, Parley.
Yeah,
okay, then which one are you?
Sorry. That one.
Reds run line. Yes, but it's a little bit too expensive. Nah, pass on the Sweden feature. I already placed Japan plus 800 was decent value for me. Now it's plus 150 if they advance. After the events. Gotcha. That is all the games for today, Nick. Do you know what that means?
Yes, it is time for me to get back on the streamer so I can click the button.
Housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. We're going to go and quickly put in the the important links, which are Instagram, which is right there. I'm putting in the TikTok. And then we'll be putting in Twitter as well. Make sure you guys are checking out all those links because we're trying to grow all the brands. And we appreciate everybody who does. Just check out all of that stuff. We're going to that's Earle. Boom. Yeah, because we're just trying to grow all of them. And then what's the other one? Balling Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. Check that out. And SeatGeek for your concert tickets and your sporting event ticket needs. Recap. I'm on the Astros run line. I'm on the Rays run line. I like the Cubbies today. I gave out the Reds run line last night. It's too expensive now. I like the over in Toronto. Kansas City. Baltimore run line. And then the rest of the day is kind of gross until we get the under in the Cardinals game. And then I like Seattle in that one as well.
All right. I am on the Astros first 5 money line. Rays, Tigers first 5 under 4.5. Nationals, Reds first 5 under 5.5. Royals first 5 money line plus 180. Oakland team total over 3.5 plus 115. Oakland first 5 money line plus 125. I triple up on the Twins first 5 minus a half, full game -1, team total over 4.5. The Guardians first 5 money line, full game -1. The Brewers first 5 or full game run line, first 5 under 5 with Colorado and St. Louis, and then we're going to finish it off here with Los Doyers first 5 full game and team total over.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of Balling Out with Tim. Oh, not Balling Out. Wow. Because I was just talking about. I was just staring at something. Anyways, that's going to do it for this edition of the Yo Sports Bet Show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.